What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and from the title you guys know we are going to be doing a 50,000 mile review on the 2016 Mustang GT. My car is at 49,950 something miles, so it's just about to hit 50,000, but I needed a video idea to talk about, so that's what we're gonna be doing today. Before I get into it, I know a lot of you guys are commenting, really eager about seeing the Mustang tuned with the mid pipes and the intake installed. I am also eager as well, so don't think I'm not doing it just because I'm lazy. I have been trying to contact shops to help get my mid pipes installed just because I can't weld in the right side, nor can I find a shop to even put a flange on the mid pipe so I can bolt it up on the right side. If you guys don't know, the Mac cat deletes on the driver's side are bolt in, but on the right side you have to cut and weld. So that's what's holding me back from actually installing the tune on my car as well as the intake. I've literally contacted probably 10 shops and no one wants to touch catalytic converters. So if anyone is in the area, Bay Area, knows of a shop that will do that for me, or is a welder themselves and can get under the car and cut and weld the mid pipe for me, I'm literally willing to pay someone $200 to do that for me. And I don't think it's that hard of a job if you know what you're doing. So if anyone knows someone out there, please comment down below because I'm starting to run out of options in terms of getting someone to install. Without further ado, we're gonna get into today's video. There's a couple things that I'm gonna talk about before I even get into it about the car. This is for anyone who is possibly looking to get an S550, or if you already own an S550 and have less than 50,000 miles and you're interested in what you might expect in the future. This also varies depending on car to car. I could just have a lemon car that has like a bunch of issues with it, and a lot of you guys could have no issues with your car. This is also coming from someone that drives the car pretty aggressively. I don't track my car, but I definitely have fun with it around town, and I don't drive it lightly all the time, so that might be another factor in why I've had some of the issues I've had. So we're gonna get into the video. I know I've been talking a lot. Let's go. Go ahead and flip the hat back here. So first thing being stuff that's broken on the car, which sadly for me has been a very common thing for me. So the first issue that I started to have was the stereo going out. This has been a very common issue on my channel that I've talked about, and that is just I believe it's the Sync 3. It's their premium unit, and it's one whole unit. It's not like a screen with an interface. So to replace it, it's very expensive, and they have done it under warranty, but it hasn't fixed it, so I don't even know if they really replaced it. So the screen and the whole interface, or the whole module itself, was a huge issue, and it still is. It glitches and freezes and doesn't work how it should. So that was the first occurring issue. I've had multiple sets of wheel bearings go out. I don't know if that's just a cheap manufacturer flaw or if it's because I drive the car too hard, but I've had wheel bearings go out, and they have had to be replaced, luckily under warranty. The third issue that came up was the heated and cooled seats in the at least the 401A package with the leather heated and cooled seats. Both of those features do not work. They are completely broken still. Apparently the module melted on itself, which is a pretty shitty manufacturing flaw, considering that for me there was no way to avoid it. So that melted. That was the third issue. The next issue that came up was the car kept dying on itself, and I thought it had a connection to do with the seats. Possibly a wire was not leaking, but surging power somewhere, and making the car die while it wasn't running. I thought it maybe was the alternator, but the car didn't die while it was turned on, so it could have been the alternator. Come to find out, it was just a shitty battery and something that came from Ford. It was a bad battery, so I ended up replacing it with an Optima yellow top. I don't remember the exact model, but it's an Optima, and it's a very high quality battery, and I've had no issues with the car starting up and the car dying at all. So that was the fourth issue. And then the fifth issue, which is the most recent one, was that the transmission locked up on me on the way to school, and I somehow got it to go into gear when it was off, and I turned it on, and I couldn't tell you how I got it to run, but I got it to drive. I was gonna take it to a shop, ended up driving it for like a month, and then a month later the clutch pedal snapped. So I don't know what the first issue was, to be quite honest, but I know that the clutch pedal snapped, so there had to have been some kind of alignment issue. Couldn't drive it. I had to tow it to a shop. It took a week for them to order the part and replace it. I probably could have done it myself, because come to find out it was just a few bolts. But they replaced the clutch pedal, and it drives okay now, but it's still a little bit sticky in the transmission, like shifting through gears. So I need to figure out what that is. It might be some kind of clutch line, from what I've been told. If that goes out, then it's really hard to engage the clutch and put it in gear. So I definitely think that that might be from driving it too hard, or just banging gears and downshifting, stuff like that. But that has been the issues I've come across with the car so far. Right now the car is running fine. It's not really that big of a deal with the car not going into gear. It's only really when I'm getting on it super hard. Other than that, the car has been a very fun car. It's technically a sports car, but you could definitely daily the car, no issues. I don't commute to work very far, and I don't commute to school very far, but I do drive it out of town a lot, and it is a very fun car to take on the freeway and taking turns, stuff like that. In terms of maintenance, I haven't had to do a lot, just the frequent oil changes, and then the tires, stuff like that. They're staggered tires, you can't rotate them. So getting all new sets of tires is definitely something you're gonna have to budget for, but it's a sports car, so you're already gonna go into it kind of knowing that. But other than that, there's not a lot more I have to say about it. It's more of just knowing the stuff that broke on my car. It might be different for you. It's probably going to be different for you. There are a lot of common issues that the S550s have that a lot of owners experience together. What you experience in the future might be different than what I've experienced. I've definitely racked a lot of miles on it in a short period of time, considering I don't commute to work. So like I said, it's gonna be different for everyone. I hope this was somewhat informational for you guys. If you have any questions or comments or whatever, just comment down below and I'll try to get back to you guys. I'm pretty good with responding back. And if you found this video informational, or maybe gave you some insight on what to expect in the future, give it a thumbs up and definitely hit the subscribe button. And like I said, I'm sorry for the delay on the part to install, but they will be coming soon, and be sure to subscribe to catch those videos in the future. I just need to find a shop to install those mid pipes, and once that's done, then we're smooth sailing on that in terms of getting the car tuned. So stay tuned, it'll be good stuff coming up, good content. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.